Shuttlejet coming in. We're jamming their sensors. When they get us, they'll think you were caught in the explosion.
They're not attacking. The Vex showed me how to fly his warbird. We're almost there.
Alright, so I've got...
Navigation is online, but we need some components to get our weapons and warp drive operational. We'll need both if we want to have any hope of fighting the Tal Shiar.
Alright, so we've got our first officer here. We can scan the derelict ships for what we need, apparently. Cool. Alright, so as per the Starfleet one, this guy's an epic officer by the looks of it. Very good. Tactical officer. Can change his name, uniform for no cost once. Cool.
This'll do nicely. We just need a little more salvage.
Where's the rest of the salvage? Alright, full impulse is disabled by the looks of it.
Weapons are online. Let's test them out on some of these derelict ships nearby. They're not shielded, so we can just use our torpedoes to finish them off.
Alright. Well, let's test our cloaking device here. Pretty awesome.
Ship is under attack.
Alright.
Scrap neutronium. We could use that to reinforce the hull of this old warbird. 3 more of these should get this hull good to go.
Awesome. Alright.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Good job.
Take the scrap
Vex
neutronium.
will be happy to see this old warbird get some use. I think it's safe to say weapons are fully online. Time to take out the Tal Shiar satellites dead ahead.
Alright. See what this does.
Ship is under attack.
Apparently not anything at this range. Still don't have full impulse. Okay.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Oh, right. These things actually require some effort to kill.
Target field.
Alright, very good. Alright, let's speak to our first officer.
Great. All systems are go and full impulse is back online. I'm picking up a distress signal nearby. It must be people from the colony. More colonists managed to escape the surface. The distress signal is close. Searching. There! We have to help them!
Alright, so they are fairly far away. Alright, so this button right here is full impulse. It finally works.
Turn off full impulse. There's a Tal Shiar drone dead ahead.
Alright, let's blow these motherfuckers out of the sky.
I'm back on the bridge. I figured out how I can improve our torpedoes. Just give me the order, and I'll get started. Scanners are picking up more colonists and Tal Shiar nearby. We have to rescue our friends.
Alright. Blow up some more of these drones. So this button right here fires all weapons, as you probably can see by now. This button will fire torpedoes. This button will fire just all beam weapons, so the turret on the back and the cannons on the front. Or for the time being, we can fire them individually. And apparently I cloaked us by mistake. Which did absolutely fuck all. Let's try cloaking again.
Rear shields failing.
This is one thing you don't really get to see in the Federation version, is what you get to do being a dick with the cloaking device. So, unfortunately, however, we can't set up a fire while cloaked. So, I guess we need to decloak. Beam aboard more colonists.
Thank you. I thought we were done.
Warning.
Let's get this little bastard. His support shields are down. See if we can't fire a torpedo down. Well, that was a cool little explosion. I wonder if these things are powered by quantum singularities like the big warbirds.
I think it's safe to say we're a fully operational ship. I'm getting an alert. There's another distress signal coming in from one of the colony's shuttles. We can do a short-range warp jump to get to them. Do you want to go now, or stay here to wipe out any other incoming drones? They look like they'll be...
Let's get out of here. Cool.
There aren't any colonists here. Just this strange ship. I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's gigantic. Engineering reports that the ship has scanned us, but they're not responding to my hails. What should we do?
Guess we scan them.
They've done something to the ship. Nothing is responding. I can't even warp us out of here. I think I might be able to get a comm channel up to hail them. What do you want me to do?
I guess ask them what they want. All right.
We're getting a reply. What the... They seem to be rearranging our words and sending them back. Listen. I'm picking up another ship. This one is Tal Shiar. It's decloaking.
All right. I guess we're gonna fight.
So the Alachi were right. A handful of pitiful Romulan refugees managed to escape. When will you colonists learn that no matter how far you run, you cannot escape your obligations?
Okay.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Colonel Hakiv of the Tal Shiar. On behalf of the Romulan Star Empire, I hereby lay claim to this colony and all of its inhabitants. Surrender now, and I will ensure that you serve us in the way you are most suited.
You know what? We're gonna surrender.
This is the mayor of the Romulan Republic. Tal Shiar vessel stand down immediately.
I can destroy both.
Alright, our forward shields are getting kind of low. Really wish I'm gonna try to move this damn thing in a bit. Because I get the feeling that there's a nice little engineering ability, or a nice little tactical ability, that I can't use. Alright, so we're just gonna be sneaky here. Sure. Let's decloak and fire. And our shields still suck. Alright, so we'll fly away from them then. Our shields on the back are a bit stronger. We try to charge up our forward-facing shields. Try this thing again, whatever it does. Alright, shields are getting a little bit low. Alright, let's decloak. Get our shields back up.
My eye! So the insect has managed to sting me. You think you won? This is not the end. Even now, more of my ships are on their way. And the next time, you won't have anyone to protect you.
Don't come back, asshole.
I am Tamer, commander of the Romulan Republic. We picked up your distress signal while on a mission in a nearby system. I would say we arrived just in time, given your ship's condition. Who are you? And what happened here? I am truly sorry. This is not the first time I've heard a story like this, and I fear it will not be the last. And these Halachi creatures, they are troubling. We need to know more about them, and why they're working with a snake like Hakiv. As I said, I'm with the Romulan Republic. You may have heard of us. We are not the terrorists the Tal Shiar make us out to be. With our leader Datan, we are working to gather survivors of the destruction and fight the tyranny of the Tal Shiar. We have a flotilla nearby. If you're interested, we would welcome you and your friends to join us there.
I'm a conscientious... God. Well, there goes that joke. I'm a conscientious objector. I don't want to be part of a war.
I understand your hesitation, but you must realize that there's no running from what's happening. You saw what the Tal Shiar did to your home. They're doing the same thing all across the sector. You either serve them, or you die. The only way we're going to survive is if we fight back.
Alright, fine.
I appreciate your willingness to do what's right. I'm transmitting the coordinates of our flotilla to your ship now. When you arrive, we can repair your vessel and work out our next move. Thank you again. I'll make sure you won't regret your decision.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about this, but I guess siding with Tamer is better than risking death on our own. And he did help us out with the Tal Shiar. The coordinates are loaded up whenever you're ready to go. I think the colonists we rescued are eager to get someplace safe.
Let's go. Bye-bye, home.
Greetings. I am Sub-Commander Nadell, Assistant to Commander Tamer. Please, follow me to the Commander's quarters. There is much to discuss. Commander, our guests have arrived.
Excellent. I'll get them up to speed. There's much to do.
I'll be glad to show one of you around, while the other stays and talks with Tamer.
I'll take the tour, and then meet you back on the ship when you're ready.
Alrighty. So we're a citizen, we're rank 2, and since we're a science officer, actually, let's go with shield emitters. That seems far more useful for now. So for now, it seems most optimal to do that. You get the biggest bonus per level. that. And we'll up our weapons proficiency as high as we can. Alright, cool. And I guess we'll up our driver coils too. Why not?
I have new orders for you.
Guess I'm here to join the fleet. And I guess all the voice acting is done. Awesome. Libot, good to see you. And Tovin Kev made it to the flotilla of the Romulan Republic. To be brief, we are a group that was founded by Detan to combat the tyranny of Empress Sela and her Tal Shiar. Our goal is to unify the shattered Romulan people under a new democracy. That's a little different. Although I think the Romulan Senate was a democracy, or at least it was an oligarchy. I won't get into political science BS with you guys. There's much to do, however. I can answer any of your questions you might have. Who's this Detan guy? Okay, what hasn't Detan done? He's quite the long story, Slybot. The short version is that he desires to see the reunification of Romulans and Vulcans. Oh, okay, so he worked with Spock. Okay, before this can happen, Detan wants us to find a new homeworld, reconcile with the Remans, and end the centuries of oppression beneath the Tal Shiar. We're Romulans, and after all that has happened, we still have our pride and our cultural heritage, alright? We need to be able to approach the Vulcans as equals, not refugees looking for charity. Typical fucking Romulans. Anything else that you want to know? Why does he want to do that? Okay, so he dreams of reconciling the Vulcans and Romulans. Well, 3 people counting the Remans. Okay, right. Yeah, because the Remans are like mutated Romulans. Detan was inspired by Ambassador Spock. First began the movement when he was a child. Okay, the Tal Shiar actively opposed reunification, and Spock and his people tried to keep their movements hidden, with allies meeting in secret. It's been an uphill battle for Detan, but he won't stop until he sees Vulcans and Romulans and Remans reunited at peace. Is there anything else? What do you do? He's the commander of the fleet. No actions happen without my approval. Before I worked in intelligence for the Romulan military, which allowed me to learn more about the Tal Shiar. I couldn't stomach the working alongside them. Detan approached me one day and said he needed someone to organize defense against the Tal Shiar. I accepted before he could finish his sentence. Is there anything else? What did he do to form the Republic? Yeah, what's going on here? Oh, okay, fine. Let's just repeat. Well, let's do it. Next is for you to receive our uniform, get a tour of the flotilla. After that, you'll receive your first assignment. And by joining them, I'll make myself an enemy to the Tal Shiar. Well, they just destroyed my home, so fuck them. Avec and his people will see you as a threat, and there isn't anything they won't do to stop you. Are you ready to accept that, Slybot? Sure, why not? Alright. Get myself a uniform from Lieutenant Deltaeum. Get a uniform. If you want to change out of civilian clothing, you can also have your ship modified. We can't get you into a more powerful vessel yet, but we can change the appearance of the USS or the RRW Dodo if you want. When you're done, return to your ship, and we'll have the first assignment sent to you. Cool. So we got skill points, we got a Romulan Republic uniform, a free costume change, free starship modification, and some armor and some shields for ourselves. Cool.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
And a double level up. Alright.
Click here or press K to bring up your skill points menu.
Alright, so M is the map. This is a turbo lift. Cool. And that is a Riemann. Attractive fellows, are they not? So we got body armor on. Oh, this is a shield array. My mistake. This is actually for the dodo. Let's customize my clothing. Alright, so gunslinger. That's not too bad. Now, all right, let's see here. Let's go with this one. Sure, looks good. And for my bridge officers. Let's give this guy a proper uniform as well. Sure. Officers right now. Let's go over to this thing. We can. Ooh, windows. So we only have one ship. We can't change it yet. This is where I would buy a new ship if I could. This is... Arguably, this is what they should have given us from the beginning here. Then, that's an interesting little warbird. Let's see what else we've got here. Cool. Very Romulan looking, very cool. This is the heavy warbird. I guess that's equivalent to the heavy cruiser. And then this is the warbird that most everybody is most familiar with here. The standard Romulan warbird that you see on Next Generation. Tactical warbird. And what I would be getting is... Well, I wouldn't be getting that. That's a microtransaction warbird. What sort of vessel would I get for science here? This one has 2 engineering stations, 1 tactical, 1 science. And this one has 2 tactical stations, 1 engineering, 1 science. There's only 2 choices. This particular warbird looks like it's set up for a science player, though. So I'm a lieutenant now. Next rank up when I actually get my new ship would be Centurion. That's when I get either this one or this one. And it's an universal station. Interesting. Okay, this is a microtransaction warship. Alright. Let's try to customize our ship. Material aged Romulan. This makes it Riemann Type 1. Riemann Type 2 it does very little. Okay. Romulan Type 1 does very little. Romulan Type 2, that's a bit cooler. Romulan Brown, okay. So we can either have the bird on the bottom or not have the bird on the bottom. We don't have any other templates to mess with. I think I might actually change it to be more like this, guys. Kind of looks a little... Looks a bit cooler. Looks a bit more Romulan-like than the original one. Romulan Type 1. Actually, I'm just going to leave it as is. No, I'm not. It looks terrible. Sure, we'll go with Riemann Type 1. Now I want to confirm them. Apparently it costs money to do that. Alright, well, screw it then. Let's go find Mr. Dayton.
Hello again. Now that you're settling in, I wanted to speak with you about what our overall goals will be. First and foremost, we are looking for a new planet to call home. Tamer and his crew are handling that search. While the search continues, I am working on any possible alliances that we can make with the Federation and the Klingon Empire. We will need allies if we are to proceed. Your task will be the protection and recovery of other Romulans spread throughout this sector.
Okay, how many others
We're
are there?
finding more by the day. Some have already joined us, but others do not believe in our cause. It will be up to you and your crew to protect these colonies from the Tal Shiar and to recruit anyone willing to assist us. Do you have any questions? If not, I would suggest you return to your ship. Tamer will have his orders ready for you.
I got questions for you.
I do not know. Our history of deception with both groups definitely does not help. The Tal Shiar, however, will not attack the fleet for now. Sela would see such a direct action as too great a risk. She much prefers to work in the shadows. Let me worry about our potential allies. While you're away, I will be working with diplomats from both sides to come to an agreement we can all live with.
Uh-huh. Okay, so we're rebel Romulans, which means that, and since we're at such a disadvantage, we're actually willing to work with the Federation and the Klingon Empire. Interesting. Can't imagine the Klingons would ever want to work with Romulans again, but, yeah. Because the Klingons, they had an alliance around the, original series movies era, and then the, Romulans stabbed their asses in the back at some point. I believe it happened when they, around the Kittimer massacre. So the Romulans actually, went to the planet Kittimer and just murdered a bunch of Klingons, and including Worf's parents. And, so yeah, I find it very hard to believe that the Klingons would want to work with the Romulans. The Federation, on the other hand, they're always, up for peace, and, they would probably be more than happy to work with them, but I'll be very interested in seeing how it unfolds with the Klingons, because I can't imagine the Klingons ever wanting to work with the Romulans, regardless of their stripes. Anyway, let's see here. Has Tamer found any suitable planets for us to colonize?
Not yet. He and his crew have been assisting Romulan colonies throughout the region, and he has not been able to focus his efforts on the search. With you here, however, Tamer's mission to find a new homeworld can begin. He will be sending scout ships to analyze nearby planets. We'd prefer to find a suitable world in this sector, but we'll expand our search if we need to do so.
Okay, I'll go back to my ship.
Sounds like we've got our orders. If you're ready, I can beam you back to the ship. However, before that, I need to ask a favor. I have a sister. Her name is Rena Kev. She and I were separated a long time ago. I want to try to find her. As we're doing our missions, could you try to ask about Rena? Thanks.
Sure, why not? Let's find your sister. She'll probably be our science officer. That was quite the screenshot, guys. If you're less of a Star Trek nerd than me, then the Klingon...
The Tal Shiar is advancing on our allies.
I don't care. We're going to talk about what I was talking about, because it's more awesome than this. So, that screenshot that you just saw was apparently of Graythor, the Klingon version of Hell. So, I'm guessing somewhere in the Klingon campaign, guys, since that was a screenshot from someone, that the Klingons get to go to Hell, their version of Hell, where the dishonorable warriors go where they die, when they die. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, let's get our orders.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Helix. We're going to have a chance of breaking away from Sela and the Tal Shiar. We need allies. There are a lot of little settlements like yours out there. We're in contact with some of them, but we're always reaching out trying to make new alliances. I've heard that the Romulans have taken up residence, that a group of Romulans have taken up residence in the Zubrin Hex, in the Toe Dwellis sector block. I'd like you to visit them. Feel them out, help them if you can, but most importantly, see if they'd be willing to join Dayton in his search for a new homeworld. Sure.
We have to stop the Tal Shiar.
Alright. Whereabouts am I? Romulan flotilla. This is our sector block. Whereabouts does that put us in the galaxy here? Is it the Pi? No, it's the Tau Dwa sector block. Okay. Cool. Very good. Go back to the Romulan flotilla. Oh, okay, so we just beam over. That's very disappointing. I thought we'd have like a starbase or something. Alright, guys. Well, I think I'm probably going to leave the video around here. We've done most of the starting of the start experience here. I will admit that I'm a little disappointed with the game that there isn't more voice acting. I think that's something they are trying to work on. But I do wish there was a bit more voice acting in the game. That would be awesome, since they've got it in the beginning. And yeah. One last thing before we go, though. I'm just going to see if I can't... we can mess with the display here. Key bindings, HUD. See if I can't maybe get this stupid thing out of the way. I think I'm going to call it a day for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more stuff like this. I'm going to attempt to get some more Star Trek Online stuff. I'm going to attempt to have a first impressions of it. It is 5 years old. It's actually its anniversary right now. So yeah, 5 years ago this game came out. I think it's improved a fair bit. It also has changed a fair bit. There are some microtransaction cock blocks in here because it is, of course, free to play, which is... that's completely fine. It's a bit annoying for someone like me who's cheap and doesn't want to pay money, but yeah, it's completely fine because I'm getting to play this game for free without a subscription, so that is what it is. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.